Hi, this is Dr. Spence Jahner from We Care Chiropractic. Today we're going to talk about pain. And I'm here to tell you, pain is a very hard thing to understand. It's very confusing. For instance, I want to share with you a true story about my dad. My dad is one of the reasons why I got into chiropractic. I grew up on a farm in North Dakota, and my dad quit farming because of his back pain. And so when I was in chiropractic college, I just started, my dad called me and he said, "Spence, are you going to be able to fix my back? Because if you can't, I'm going to get back surgery. My low back's been killing me." He had went to some chiropractors, he had went to some acupuncturists. Everybody said his low back was messed up. They had him scheduled for surgery on his low back. Well, at that point in my education, I haven't even looked at a spine yet, but I thank God for a guy by the name of Dr. Verne Pierce that came and talked to our college about correcting people's spines. And he taught me things that I didn't even know was possible. I thought you just went to a chiropractor, got your back popped, and then they made you feel better. When I learned about correcting spines, I was intrigued, I was interested. I followed this guy around forever, and I learned, and he taught me a lot of what we do in this office. But my dad's from North Dakota, so when he called me and asked me if I could fix him, I right away told him, no, I have zero experience. I don't even know what to even do with the spine yet. But there's a chiropractor from Pennsylvania that I think is amazing. And then my dad said something that blew me away. My dad said, "So do you think if I flew from North Dakota to Pennsylvania, this chiropractor could help me?" Now I want to tell you something. My dad's not one of these guys that spend a lot of money on his health. In fact, getting him to spend $5 on his health took a lot. So for somebody to consider buying a plane ticket and flying to see a chiropractor states away, I knew how serious my dad was about his pain and his frustration. And so I called Dr. Pierce, and my dad flew to Pennsylvania. And here's what's the unique twist about this story. They analyzed my dad's spine and the nervous system like we do in this office. They had motion x-ray. And guess where they found my dad's major problem was with his spine and his nerves? It wasn't in his low back. It was in his neck. And they worked on my dad for the course of a week, and that they sent him back to North Dakota. And guess what? My dad went 40 years without ever having to have a back surgery. He was able to golf and enjoy life. The reason I'm sharing that with you all is for several reasons, but one of the big reasons, where was his pain? His low back. Where was his problem? His neck. So are you going to a doctor to treat your pain, to cover up your pain, to mask your pain? That's what happens when we take drugs. When we take drugs, it doesn't actually fix the problem, it just covers up the pain. An analogy I'd like to give you about pain. Think of pain being like the oil light coming on in your car. What is pain? It's your body's way of telling you something is wrong. Just like when your oil light comes on in your car, it's your car's way of telling you something's wrong. But how insane would it be if you took your car to a mechanic and you said, "Hey, I got a problem, my oil light's on in my car." And the mechanic said, "Okay, get out of your car." And he said, Are you talking about that light right there?" And you're like, "Yep, that's the one that's on." He goes, "Okay, I see the problem." And he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out a can of black spray paint. He sprays over the light and he goes, "Okay, there you go, you're good to go. You can't see the light anymore. Go ahead and leave." Now you'd probably think that mechanic was off his rocker. But guys, if you're taking pills to mask your pain so you don't feel the pain, that's doing the same thing. It's just as crazy, because pain isn't the problem. The light on and the oil light isn't the problem. It's a sign of an underlying problem. And if you don't fix the underlying problem, you're never going to experience true health, and you're just going to keep getting worse, worse, and worse. The answer shouldn't be to not feel pain. The answer should be to correct your spine. That's what we do here at We Care. Please give us a call at 586-3544, and let's get healing happening. This is Dr. Spence. Have a great day.